All right, y'all. Let's talk about why simply not giving a fuck is gonna be your best bet for becoming who you need to be this year. Something I've been doing is really letting go of like shame of who I am, people's expectations of who I should be, and then even the self-imposed limitations of who I'm because of what society has told me how I've been growing up, raised, things like that. Releasing those limitations and expectations on myself. This is so important because I think especially in this time where there's so much turmoil in the world, truth is trying to show itself through. And truth is going to be the thing that helps us the most. And all I know is that if I died tomorrow, one thing I want to do is be my truest self, because that means I allow God to do, in the spirit, to do its job here. And I think a lot of us have been disconnected from that. Like, we've been so caught up in superficial things, whether it be materialistic, distractions on the phone, just different things that distract us, that we get distracted from our truest selves. And right now, I think the greatest commodity you have is yourself, who you give to the world. Even if you want to do something successfully, like your art, your creation, the community you create with others, that's so important to have your inner truth, because people can't feel you, people can't relate to you if you're not being real with yourself. And people know when you're bullshitting, so there's no point in doing it. I think a lot of us carry around a repressed version of ourselves, like because of the society we grow up in, your culture, religion, all those different things that condition you to be who you are, in the physical. So much of your spirit gets suppressed, and the true being that's within you and within all of us is God, right? And God, in a time like this, there's so much turmoil and confusion because very few people are being exactly who they're supposed to be, being who they truly are, and speaking out their truest selves and what spirit brings to them to say, what their message is to the world, what their gift is to the world. That's your only job here. I know you have to balance the material, I know you have to make money, but I think the best thing we can do for each other right now, people's rights being taken away, people getting killed, murdered, slaughtered in other nations in the thousands, it's just got to be something more important. So 2025 is the year that you become exactly who you need to be. Why and how? You're going to become exactly who you need to be simply the moment you stop giving a fuck about who you're supposed to be to everybody else, and the self-imposed limitations you put on yourself about who you need to be. Our job here deep down is to bestow, whether your gifts, your talents, a message to the world through that being. And this can be on a small scale. You don't have to think of some good, big, grandiose scale. Every day when you talk to somebody, when you talk to the homeless man on the street, when you help somebody out, and when that voice in you tells you to do something, go here, talk to this person, put this song out, make this art, and we don't do it, we hold back our own evolution so much, and you hold back your own evolution. And then we wonder why, I want to be successful, I want to be like that person. Well, that person stepped out and took the risk to be exactly who they are unapologetically. And it's not easy because everyone's judging you, especially now in social media. You may have hella hate in your comments. The way I see it, when I get my first hater, it's like, bro, I made it. I used to be a person that was really scared of people's opinions of me and me stepping out and being exactly who I am, because I wanted to have friends. But that's something that stemmed from my childhood of always trying to please my parents and things like that, because I felt like my siblings weren't doing it, and so they'll be so disappointed in us, and I would try to overcompensate. And then that started translating to my relationships with other people. I'm sure a lot of y'all have dealt with people pleasing. You don't gotta please nobody. It's truly fucking not in a mean way. It's because you love yourself so much that you choose you, and you choose that being within you that knows what it's supposed to do. You listen to your intuition and act on that. Nobody can tell you shit. Why would you care if they did? Because it's like you're moving in alignment. And when you move in alignment, things are going to come into your field that align with exactly who you are. So the way you're going to get successful this year, the way you're going to be exactly who you need to be and who you know you've always been, is stop giving a fuck about what other people's expectations are of you. We're done with that. We're in such a great divide right now. You're either vibrating high or you're vibrating low. And vibrating high means you're on the frequency of love. So you don't fear nobody. You don't fear no man. You don't fear nobody's expectations of you. You don't fear yourself and who you could be and your potential, especially because you know that you're here for a reason. You vibrating low, you're scared of what other people think. You're caught in the distractions and everything going on in the world, but you're not seeing your place in it. And you're gonna see your place in it when you stop caring about what other things and other people think, and you stop placing those limits on yourself that society has given you, and now you're imposing on yourself even without that help. Excuse me. You're going to get there when you let that go. Release it, I'm telling you. This is really a short message this time, but I just felt the need to say that, like, there's so much happening right now for a reason. Mother Earth, God, Spirit, whatever you want to call this intelligent system that is within all of us, is pleading, and I'm sure a lot of y'all can feel it, pleading for you to speak your truth, pleading for you to be exactly who you are, pleading for you to love the other humans exactly as you love yourself, and to come together and to just have companionship, love, and truth. That's all you gotta do. You gotta balance your material world and all these different aspects we have, I get it, but don't forget why you're here, because if you died tomorrow, you wouldn't want to have left without doing what you were supposed to do. It's not just about you being here. What did you leave here for the next human or the younger people after you to learn? And what did you leave for them to have to burn with, to have to struggle with? Give your light, give your story. Doesn't matter what it is. Help somebody out. Speak to people from your truth. Speak to people with love. Look them in the eye and don't be scared of anything. Vibrate on the higher plane right now. I release the fears of what other people think of me, and I'm not a perfect person at all. This is just the stage that I'm at right now, and I'm not letting nobody interfere with who I am and who I'm supposed to be, because that means I'm letting you interfere with the God in me and the Spirit in me. You can't do that. So make sure you stand on that, stand on yourself, look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself you love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror for a good long time. You start to see yourself. I see my spirit when I look at myself. I almost forget about the physical I am, because when you really look at yourself, you're like, dang, who am I? Like, who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing? All of this going in the world, what's your part in it? Tune in, listen to yourself. Listen to that inner voice. Stop getting caught in all the distractions. Stop negating yourself to make somebody else happy. Stop running away from yourself and giving parts of yourself to people that aren't reciprocating it and don't appreciate who you are. Just let it go. You'll get exactly where you need to be. All the right people, all the right opportunities will come to you. Trust. I appreciate y'all watching another video. It's at The Elias Amari on all platforms. And I got some new music coming for y'all, so I'm excited. Talk to y'all later.